It's been so unseasonably warm here in Colorado this October. It's almost like we're in the middle of a second summer, and our tomato harvest has never been more fruitful. When I have an abundance of tomatoes, this rustic galette is one of my favorite ways to use them. I start by making the dough. Mix flour, sugar, and salt together. Cut in 8 tablespoons of cold butter with a pastry blender. I add about a teaspoon of dry basil to the dough because it pairs so well with the tomatoes. Add a little cold water with a splash of cider vinegar and mix until the dough just comes together. Form the dough into a disc and place it in the refrigerator until firm. When I'm ready to bake it, I preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit. I roll the dough into a large circle and then, using my rolling pin, I transfer it to a parchment-lined baking pan. Next, thinly slice several heirloom tomatoes. You want enough slices to cover the entire tart in overlapping layers. Meanwhile, caramelize an onion and some garlic in olive oil. I absolutely love basil, so to add even more basil flavor, thinly slice a few leaves of fresh basil and then set them aside. To assemble the galette, I start by brushing the dough with an egg that's been beaten with a teaspoon of water. Then spread on the caramelized onions, leaving a border around the edges. Sprinkle the sliced basil over top. Now, I place the tomato slices in concentric circles on top, being sure to keep the edges free. Season them with salt and pepper. Fold the edges of the dough up and around the filling. Remember, it's a rustic tart, so nothing has to be too perfect. Finally, I cover the galette with a thin layer of salty grated Parmesan and bake it for 40 minutes. The galette can be served warm or at room temperature, and with a green salad, it's the perfect end of summer meal.